So the third example in 61.3 involves mixed numbers. So it's just one extra step. Don't get freaking out because they're mixed numbers. We just change 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 gives me 7/3. So I use the same denominator. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6/5. 6/5. And I already have 23/10. So now I want to get rid of this minus 6/5. I'm going to show you a little trick here. Instead of adding 6/5 to both sides and writing that, there's an easy way to add 6/5 to both sides. There's a rule that when you change something, you can do it by changing something from one side to the other just by changing signs. So we know when we add 6/5 to this side, it was going to disappear, and then we're going to have a plus 6/5 on this side. So all we have to do is just move something from one side to the other is change the sign. Minus 6/5 becomes plus 6/5. So it's a little easier to write it. You don't have to write all that plus 6/5. Okay, if this was plus 6/5 and I moved it to the other side, it would be minus 6/5 on this side. It's exactly like adding or subtracting both sides by the same number. So anyway, we have 23/10 plus 6/5, so I need to get a common denominator. I multiply top and bottom by 2, so I have 23/10 plus 12/10, which gives me 35/10. And on the left side, I still have 7/3 x. Now the rule is when there's a fraction in front of the x, we multiply both sides by the reciprocal, the number flipped over. Both sides, see there and there. That just becomes 1x, that's why we do that. There's the 1x all by itself up here. And 35/10 times 3/7, I can cancel. 7 goes into 7 once, 7 goes into 35 5 times. And then I cancel the 5. 5 goes into 5 once, and 5 goes into 10 twice. Notice here I did it diagonally, but here I did it top and bottom on the same fraction. As long as one's on the top and one's on the bottom, we can get it. So multiply top times top, we get x equals 3. 2 times 1 is 2. X equals 3 halves, or 1/2.